I caught up with the head of traffic, and this is what they had for us.
Traffic volumes is already picking up on the Free State roads, and we are now currently on the R30 road between Brandfort and Bloemfontein. This is where we can see already that law enforcers are already on the ground checking the validation of the cars, as well as other important documentations that, of course, the drivers have to be in possession of. But joining me right now is the head of the traffic in the province, in Dr. George Ramuto. If you can just tell us the importance of this roadblocks in the province.
Thank you very much. Let me greet your viewers. Today is Friday, and we are expecting high volume of traffic in the Free State in all our roads. That's why we have identified R30 between Brandfort and Bloemfontein as one of our critical roads that will always absorb a lot of traffic, because people normally dodge N1. Then we had an operation of a roadblock in nature, where we are going to screen vehicles in terms of their roadworthiness, and also checking whether the drivers are having valid driver's license, also checking the vehicles whether they've got valid disc, and then also we are going to embark on checking the trucks whether they are not overloaded, and also their mechanical defaults. And we are expecting that through the whole day and the night, the traffic will be moving, because people are moving from their holidays and they are going home. Some are going back to the holidays, so the traffic volume will always pick up during the night.
Is there something that at least have been common as you were doing these roadblocks since from the beginning of the season? Would you say drivers have been having something common, maybe being arrested for not being in possession of? What has been in common?
When we were embarking on different operations from the beginning of the month, the 1st of December 2018, we have observed that the majority of people that we have confiscated their vehicles don't have driver's licenses, which is a problem to us. Secondly, we have also observed that people are driving with high speed. As we speak now, we have arrested 365 offenders of speed in all our roads, in N3, in N1, in N6, in N5, N8, R30, R26. So all of these people have been driving with high speed. The highest speed in the province was 223 kilometers per hour in a road of 120 kilometers per hour in N3. So we are saying, please, we are begging all the drivers and the road users in the main that they should not drive under the influence of liquor. They should not speed on our road. They should buckle up. The passenger must also buckle up at the rear and the front part. And we are begging them that all their cars, when they get on their journeys, they must check that their cars are roadworthy, so that they should not embark on any illegal operations. They must check whether the disc is valid. They must also check whether their drivers are still valid, the driver's license are still valid, and they must also check the mechanical default of their vehicles. So that's the plea that we are making. And we are saying there are pedestrians on our roads who are crossing our roads. There are pedestrians that are jaywalking on our road. So we are saying, especially during the night, that drivers must always be observant, because the majority of the fatalities that we find is that the pedestrians have been knocked down on our main roads. And we are saying observation is the most important and key thing of driving a vehicle. And we are saying also, while they are following one another, if the traffic volume is too high, they must always observe following distance, so that they cannot bump against one another.
Talking about fatalities, what is the latest statistics in the province, knowing that there's been a lot of accidents, especially on our major roads? Would you give us the latest statistics?
We have observed that from the beginning of December till yesterday, that when we look at the fatal crashes where people have died in an accident, we have reduced the fatal crashes with 2% compared to 2017 period. But when it comes to the fatalities, a person who has died on an accident, we find that we have increased with 34% compared to last year. And this has been caused by one fatal crashes causing 9 fatalities at once. So the combis are in the main the culprits, because once one combi had an accident and more than 5 people dies, and this has increased our fatalities. That's why we are calling on the taxi drivers and the taxi operators that allow the taxi drivers to rest, drive during the time when it is still visible, because the majority of all the taxi accidents has happened early hours of the morning when the taxi driver is tired and the vision is not clear.
Just a last question, do we have any specific road that has had more accidents than the other?
The most accident that has occurred has happened in N8, the road between Bloemfontein and Maseru. That is when at the beginning of the month where most of the fatal crashes has happened. So that is the road that has been giving us a headache. As we speak now, N3 is still quiet with the fatal crashes, and N5 is quiet with the fatal crashes. And the other road that we were worried about, it's R57, the road between Sossolberg and Kwakwa, which has not given us a headache so far. So we are begging and we are pleading with the road users that let's observe the rules of the road so that we arrive alive at home.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Of course, that is the head of traffic in the province, Mr. George Ramutsoto, just telling us, of course, of what has been happening within the province, talking about the N8 dominating when it comes to the fatalities, and also saying that there's been many arrests on drunken driving, and not only being in possession of the documentations, and saying that this is very important in the province, that they should hold roadblocks, because these faults are made specifically by taxi drivers, whereby of course they are in charge of the passengers, saying this will roll out throughout the festive season, and saying that there's been many arrests, like I said, and accidents will be kept by the law enforcers as they are doing their jobs on the roads across the province. But for now, it's back to you in studio.
Many thanks to you, Aphumelele, and that's where we're going to leave your story for today. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe, and please don't drive drunk. Bye-bye.